Hey guys, how's it going? Alex here from TMD Edits yet again. Another Sony Vegas tutorial. This one I think you'll enjoy. So this one is based off my first tutorial, which was the glowing kill feed effect, as you can see on the screen. Two side notes. One, I want to say thank you guys so much. This video is just under 7K views and just under 250 likes. Never thought it would blow up like it did. Never thought it would hit 1K views. Love you guys so much. Love my subs, love my viewers. Glad you love my stuff. Keep watching it. It helps me, it helps you. It's a win-win situation. Second note, just added the Modern Warfare 2 Sniper PNG file pack in the description. You will be able to get it. But here's the thing, you might not need them, because I'm going to teach you how to make those PNG files. That's right. So first of all, we're going to Google Images to be exact. You need to type in whatever gun you want to use. Sniper rifle, assault rifle, shotgun, throwing knife. I don't care. It's what you want and what you need. You can do it no matter what. All you need is a good picture. So transparent background is preferred. You can use a black background, a blue background, I don't care. But the thing is, you need a certain type of gun. We can't use something like this. We can't use that. I don't know what that is. 4% shit. Asians are crazy. Can't use this, can't use this. You need something flat, two-dimensional, like this picture. And since it has a transparent background, it's awesome. Now there are some shadows around it, but we can take care of those later. So save it, open it up in Photoshop. Boom. Okay, so we have our picture here. Some pictures may need to be rasterized and fixed, so right-click the layer, rasterize. Mine doesn't need to, but once yours is, you're all good to go and you can edit it. First of all, first thing I noticed, gun is facing to the left. It should be facing to the right. So click on the layer, edit. Transform, flip horizontal, it's flipped, we're good to go. Now what I recommend to do is taking a PNG file from one of my packs and putting it in Photoshop in a separate window. This is due to the fact that you need this scaling to kind of show you what you need to do, because let's say I have a picture, that big. It's not going to work. You need this size, around this size. So I just took my AS50, put it in, and I'm going to drag this over. So we go back to our WA2000 or whatever thing that you are doing in Photoshop. Move tool, move it over. You're going to see the size difference. It's huge. So click on our rectangular, elliptical, whatever you are using right now, the movement tool. Right click, free transform. We're going to drag it down. We're going to scale it down just like we do in Vegas. And we are going to make it about the same size. That seems about good to me. It's covering the white. So what I'm going to do now is hide my AS50 layer so you can see the white's gone. So now a few things we notice. It's small, pixelated. You have to have a good eye for this. What we're going to do is take a brush. Hard brush, 2 pixels, 3 pixels, depending on what you're using. We are going to have the color of white, and we're going to start whitening out our gun. Now, I like to go along the edges first to get a feel for where I'm going, to get a feel of what the gun looks like. You may have to refer to your original picture in order to figure out what the gun actually does. What it has, a bigger scope, smaller scope, bigger body, smaller body, whatever. So you're going to notice that with this smaller brush, you're going to get a lot of gray spots in here. You're just going to have to keep going over them until it gets pretty white. Now there will be gray spots along the edges. That's okay, because that's just, it's like shadows and pixels. Everything with color does not have one solid shade. It's going to be various pixels, but the main color is still going to show as long as it's in the main vicinity of the body that you are coloring. So we're just going along here. The body looks good. The scope looks good. The scope doesn't look good. The scope is not done yet. I meant the clip, the mag, whatever you want to call it. So we've got this pretty good now. Now a few things that you notice. You have some black pixels around here, some gray. Zoom out for me. This will show you where your main black parts are that you need to delete now. This is where the shadows come in. So we've got some by the scope, the butt of the gun, the magazine, which I'm going to fix actually. So we're going to zoom in. We're going to go to our eraser tool. hard eraser 2-3 pixels max. You're going to start getting the gray and black pixels on the outside of the gun and, delete them, erase them. This is because we do not want these black pixels in our final picture. We just want a white PNG file that will look very nice in our kill feeds. So we're going to go along, keep doing this. Make sure you get the holes like inside the scope, inside the trigger, the butt of the gun if there is any. It depends on your gun. And as you can see, there's kind of some shadows along the outer layers. So I'm going to switch my eraser to about 5 pixels, 10 pixels maybe even. Start erasing outside the gun. And hopefully you get them all. You should just, I'm erasing. It doesn't look like I'm erasing anything, but there are small pixels that you can hardly see. Also, I would drag this along the side of the gun a little bit. Now be careful, if you go like this, obviously not good, just Control Z and fix it. Very easy fix. So I'm going to continue getting these black and gray pixels out, continue fixing the shape of my gun. Now as you can notice, hey look, this is kind of blending. What do I do to make sure the gun shape is perfect? We're going to create a new layer with this here, new layer tab, boom. Drag it below our gun layer. I'll name this so it's easier for you guys. So this is my gun. So we have our gun layer and our black layer. You're going to take a brush size 20, 25, no more, 55. It has to cover the gun. Color black, make a dot. Now I can see my gun. It's still pixely obviously, but I can see what looks good. I can kind of fix these. I noticed that there's kind of a big gap in between the body of the gun and the scope. I'm kind of going to fill that in. That looks better to me. And yeah, so it's looking pretty good about now. Just continue fixing the shadows. I'm going to delete the black layer, zoom out yet again. So it's looking a lot better. There's still a few black marks. Got some here, a little bit here. I'm going to go in and fix them. You have to make sure these are pretty well fixed, otherwise it's not going to turn out how you want it to. And don't be afraid, to get onto the gun. If you delete a little bit of the white, it's not the end of the world. You're trying to make a PNG here to go into an edit. PNGs are very noticeable once you get into the edit, but if the shape is a tiny bit off, if there's like a little shadow, it's going to blend in with your color correction. But the one thing you really want to concentrate is the white. If the shape of the gun is really weird, people will be able to tell. So you need to be careful while making these. I take my time. This is just a quick example that is turning out very well. So I'm going to zoom out to actual pixels. Looking good. So I'm going to do File, Save as PNG. I would recommend saving as a PSD file as well in case you mess up and need to fix it. So WA2000 saved to my desktop. Interlace, none. Do not interlace it. Click OK. So it's saved. Go into my desktop now. Here is our original. And here is our PNG. Now, as you can see, there are a few black marks around the butt of the gun, around the scope, a little bit around the front of the gun. So what I'm going to do, like I said, save it as a PNG and a PSD. Going in here, now you can see the difference. There's no black here, but it is there. So I'm going to continue fixing this up. You really want to get most of your black dots and gray dots out of there. But once it's, 80% gone, it should be okay. It's not that big of a deal. But if there's a lot of shadows and a lot of black marks, it's not going to look good, that's for sure. So again, I'm going to save it, WA2000, PNG file, replace, okay. It's saved. And it's looking a little better. So you can see there's a little bit left. These are little shadows, not a big deal. I want to compare it actually to my older PNG to see how I did, because I haven't done this in a while. And a few more gray spots on my WA2000, but the thing is the WA2000 is a very complex gun, has a lot of curves, where the AS50, not as much. But anyway, you can see it's a good finished result. This will be able to go in your kill feed, and you just have to follow my first tutorial in order to do that, which I will link in the description if you haven't seen it yet. But I'm imagining that if you are here, you've probably seen my first tutorial. But yeah, so that's how you do it. Very easy. If you have any problems, if you have any questions, please comment on the video, inbox me on YouTube, add my Skype. My Skype is on my channel. Thank you guys so much for your support, all the likes, comments, views, subs, editing requests, which I get like 10 a day. It's ridiculous. Like, please don't everyone contact me, but continue contacting me. I don't know how to ask that actually, but it's all right. So, hope you guys like this. I'll see you guys later. Alex, TMD Edits, peace out. What is that? Leave! No! Alright, peace guys.